Here's a thought. When considering somebody for a potential relationship, having a problem in a major way with the ex might be a deal breaker. I want to talk about that for a minute, so stay tuned. This is Nimbus Intuition. Let's get started thinking about good things, pleasant things, things that make us smile, things that make us laugh, things that make us feel good. What made you smile until your cheeks hurt? What made you laugh until you rolled over? What made you feel real good? Think about that. Think about that. Think about that. All right. So yes, this is my thought on potential relationships and exes. And I've come up with a short list because I thought I should kind of, make it a list so it kind of can break it down in a more concise way. So how can somebody having a problem with your ex potentially be a deal breaker? One, all right, your ex is someone usually that you cared about in a great way, maybe you had love for, and one of the closest people in your life. Now, there's so much understanding about not wanting the ex around physically. However, if someone has a really big problem with them as a person, that is a problem. Okay, so this is the person you were really close to, cared for, and usually was a good person, and you have specific issues, and this is why you're no longer in a relationship. So them not liking your ex is a problem. Okay, so that was the first one. I hope that was you got that. Second reason, your ex is usually a reflection of who you are. Now, we attract who we are. In most cases, we attract who we are. And so who you have a relationship with someone who reflected you as a person. You had similar thoughts, similar ways, similar ways of being, which is why, you were together. And so a person who has great big issues with an ex is probably going to have issues with you. And so, that might be a deal breaker. Because if you don't like someone who was my reflection, you probably won't like me. And so that's the second reason why having a problem with the ex might be a potential deal breaker. And then the last reason I've come up with for this is that I guess it's similar to the last one. This is that this person not only was a reflection of you, but it's similar to you in many ways. Well, that's kind of the same thing, but when it comes down to it, like I said, this is what's true for in a lot of cases. Besides the reason that you split, that it didn't work out, usually is very specific, but it's usually a small portion of who that person was. And so, person not having a big dislike for your ex can be a potential deal breaker, because if they, just are determined not to like your ex and they have this whole list of reasons and they don't like them as a person, and they can go into it like deep and everything else, it speaks to how they will like you, because you will have these similarities to your ex most likely. And so if they have an issue with your ex, chances are these issues are going to be the same issues that they will have with you. And so these are my reasons why I think that when a person has big problems with an ex, that can be a potential deal breaker. But you let me know. This is my thoughts and my thinking about relationships. And so you all let me know what you think. I'm very curious to know, And so that's all I have for you today. I hope everybody out there as well. And once again, as always, love, and gratitude.